the Art of Badassery, bite-sized bits of wisdom. I'm Mahara Wayman, your guide on this journey to unlock your inner badass with short and snappy episodes packed with practical tips and a side of humor. Whether you're looking to find clarity, master your mindset, or embrace the power of saying no, you're in the right place. Let's dive into these bite-sized nuggets of wisdom that will empower you to create the life you've always wanted. Why? Because you deserve it. Now, let's unleash your badassery. Hello, my inquisitive minds. Welcome back to Bite-Sized Bits of Wisdom. My name's Mahara, and today I'm going to dive into the transformative power of asking great questions. Now, questions are the keys that unlock the doors to understanding, the doors to growth, and to connection. They help us dig deeper, challenge our assumptions, and ultimately, they lead us to profound insights. So, let's explore exactly how to harness the power of questions to elevate our lives and our conversations. So, not too long ago, I guess it would be about a year ago, actually, I found myself in a bit of a rut. I was feeling stuck, and quite frankly, I was at a loss at what the next steps should look like in my business. I was overwhelmed and I only saw the obstacles, right? I was very clear on what was messing me up. I remember during this time, I was chatting with some friends of mine that are also coaches, and we had this great discussion around remembering to ask ourselves questions instead of just looking for the immediate answer. And my friend Anna said, Mahara, don't forget that your life is only as good as the questions that you ask. And of course, I immediately pointed out that I think Tony Robbins said that originally, and we had a good laugh. But it was a great reminder, and it clicked with me that I needed to just ask myself better questions. I mean, I ask people questions for a living, and I had gotten stuck with asking questions of myself. So some really great questions that I began to ask of myself was, what is it I truly want? Like, what is it I really want from my business? And what makes me happy? What excites me? And full disclosure, podcasting excites me. Social media posts, not so much. So I had quite a bit of clarity after asking myself those deeper questions. And I realized that by shifting my focus from just solving a problem to one of inquiry, I discovered new opportunities and pathways that I actually hadn't considered before, hence the second podcast. So, questions are powerful tools for self-discovery and growth. They can guide us towards clarity, spark our creativity, and really even enhance our relationships. Here are some ways to leverage the power of questions. Self-inquiry. Start with open-ended questions that encourage deep reflection. So instead of asking, how come I'm not successful? Try asking instead, okay, what steps can I take to move closer to my goals? This shift really encourages a proactive mindset, and it opens the door to possibilities. And of course, you're just being nicer to yourself, right? Don't beat up on yourself. Second thing that you can do is to really look for the understanding. So when you're engaging with others, ask questions that promote dialogue and understanding. Questions like, so what was your biggest takeaway from that experience? Or how did that make you feel? Or even tell me more about that. Questions like that foster deeper connections and allow for greater insights. In a nutshell, a better conversation. Next, challenge assumptions. Use questions to challenge your beliefs and assumptions. You probably thought I meant other people, right? But start with yourself. Ask yourself, what if I'm wrong about this? Or, well, what else could be true in this situation? This type of questioning can lead to really powerful breakthroughs and shifts in your perspective. And that may be a really great thing. Another takeaway or another core piece of content that I want you to know is how much fun it can be to cultivate curiosity. Adopt a mindset of being really curious in your daily life. Do you remember when you were a kid? Maybe you have kids and they just don't stop asking you, how come? How come? Mama, tell me. Mama, how come? So be like a kid again and ask questions about the world around you. And if you run out of questions, just ask yourself, okay, what can I learn from this? Or how does this experience connect to my goals? Right? This approach really encourages a growth mindset, and it does keep you open to new ideas. Now, let's address a red flag, which is avoiding the hard questions. How many of you do that? I know some of you are laughing right now. It is easy to stick to safe questions that don't challenge us or don't prompt real change. And if you find yourself asking surface level questions, take a moment to reflect on what you might be avoiding. True growth comes from confronting uncomfortable questions and being willing to explore the answers, even when they're difficult. Remember, discomfort can be a sign of progress. If you're not asking hard questions, you might be stunting your growth. And it's one of the things that I talk about a lot with my clients is how powerful it is to learn how to sit with your discomfort. Because the more we can sit within discomfort, the more we can grow. So it's powerful to do that. Now, let's face it, sometimes asking the right question feels like trying to find the last piece of a jigsaw puzzle in a tornado. But here's the secret. Instead of frantically searching, just pause and ask yourself, what piece am I really looking for? It's all about clarity, and I talk about this all the time. If only we could stick a post-it note on our brain, right, that says, ask a better question. But that's why I'm here to remind you, ask a better question. So here's some 3 tips for asking powerful questions. Number 1, practice reflective journaling. So what I mean by this, set aside time each day to journal your thoughts and ask yourself questions. So this isn't just a brain dump. Ask yourself a question and then answer it. But allow your mind to wander and explore different angles of a situation or of the question. Reflective journaling can really help you clarify your thoughts, and it enables you to dig deeper in your beliefs and your motivations. And who doesn't want that? Second tip, engage in meaningful conversations. So go ahead, guys, seek out discussions with people who inspire you. Reach out to them. Practice asking them open-ended questions that encourage deeper dialogue. And by the way, when I say open-ended questions, I mean questions that lead to another question. Don't ask them a yes or no question because that doesn't go anywhere, right? Conversation's done. So ask them open-ended questions. You might be surprised by the insights that you learn from others' experiences and their perspectives. And the third tip, create a question jar. I know you're sick of being told to create jars full of notes and stuff, but this one's really fun. Start a question jar filled with open-ended questions that spark curiosity. So whenever you feel stuck or uncertain, have a few minutes to yourself, pick a question from the jar and reflect on it. This practice, again, is one that can encourage ongoing self-inquiry and discovery, making it fun to explore new ideas. So here's the thing. The right questions lead to the right answers. The quality of your life is determined by the questions you ask yourself and others. Embrace discomfort. Don't shy away from asking challenging questions. They're often the catalyst for growth, change, and a great conversation. Stay curious. Cultivating curiosity in your daily life keeps you open to new insights and possibilities. So, if this kind of resonated with you, if you're kind of thinking to yourself, ooh, I like this chick, and if you're ready to unlock the power of questions and discover your inner wisdom, I invite you to join me in my new program. It's called Unleash. It's a 6-month program for women, journey back to peace, clarity, and fulfillment. And within the program, we'll explore the art of asking powerful questions together, and we'll empower you to navigate your journey with confidence. So head on over to my website, www.mindfulnesswithmahara.com, to learn more about it. You can book a free badass breakthrough session with me, and I can tell you more at that time also. My name is Mahara. This has been Bite-Sized Bits of Wisdom. I'll see you next week on another episode. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this Bite-Sized Bits of Wisdom podcast. Tune in again next week.